Recording. Okay, just for about 5 minutes or so. Okay, we're leaving my mom's house, and we're gonna head to Greenville. So get a kick out of the countryside, I think.
Mountains too, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if you can see those.
No, hopefully so. When we get down there closer, you can see them right here.
Okay.
See the beautiful mountains up ahead. Those are very high.
We gotta bring you up here, Carson. I think you'd like it up here.
Which way you're driving, my dear?
Say that stuff on
What do you think? Lots of open space here, not a lot of traffic.
To the left here is Dormansville, Carson. This is where we went to church.
And we went to church this morning.
We went to Dormansville. And this is the firehouse where my dad used to be a volunteer fireman. And that's what he used to do. Whenever there was a fire, he would go help fight the fire. And down here on the left-hand side is a place called Applebee's, and that's where they sell all kinds of hay and feed and stuff for the cows and stuff like that. And they even sell like little tractors, and they put snow tires on, and they do stuff like that. And now if we took a left here, Carson, we would head toward Albany. Okay? But we're going to take a right and head toward Greenville. And eventually we're going to go by the school where I went to school. I'm going to show you that. Okay? So anyway.
What if we said no?
Well, he might say no. You never know. It's possible. So anyway, this is another place that you can buy feed and stuff, Carson. It's called Agway. And down here is the Grange Hall on the left-hand side, and that's where they make dinners to give to elderly people and stuff. I don't know if you can see the snow on top of the mountains. There's, if you look really carefully on the Catskill Mountains, there's snow, and you'll see that better as we get toward Greenville. And this is Route 32, Carson. I used to ride my bicycle on this road when I was a kid, because I knew a lot of people that lived around here. There was a lot less traffic then. And this road is a little bit better, Carson, than it used to be way back then. It used to be pretty windy and everything. So this is going to be about a 6 or 7 minute video, and it's starting to rain again. Every time we turn around, it's doing something.
See those black clouds up there?
Yeah, and it's cold. It's about 40 degrees or so, Carson. So it's very, very cold for here. Even for here, it's cold in April. It's not usually this cold. And I used to go this way to go to work. I used to work at a place called Brian's. The name just changed. You'll see it when we go by. It's called Tops now. But it just changed its name about a month or so ago. And we're going to go by a place where my mom used to work too. It's called Shepherd's, but all the buildings are kind of falling down now. It doesn't look as nice as it used to. There's a place where they sell apples and bananas and things like that. See all the open space and all the open fields and stuff. People love to ride four-wheelers and stuff on places like this. Now we're going to be able to see the mountains here pretty soon, and if you look at the tops of the mountains, you'll see a little bit of white. And that means that there's still snow in the mountains. These are the Catskill Mountains, Carson. These are the Catskills. I think that's something you would like. I think you'd like to go up there and go hiking and stuff. I think you'd like that. Crystal likes going up there a lot.
There, you see the snow there? You can see some snow.
Yeah, you're going to see them a little bit better here in a minute. You're going to see them a little bit better because as soon as we break over this hill, they'll be right there. And it's a very pretty sight. Even though I'm 60 years old, Carson, I still love seeing that. I still love seeing the mountains. Okay, keep an eye out because it's going to get a little bit better here. You can see the mountains a little bit better now. What do you think, bud?
do that.
Didn't do anything. Mess up the video. Look at all the big fields, but a lot of deer around here. Lots and lots of deer. Right here on the left, Carson, one of my teachers used to live, and I remember he took us behind that hill on the left-hand side is a pond, and I remember going fishing on that pond. That was a long, long time ago. I don't even know if that pond is still there. I was in 4th grade when I did that. I was in 4th grade, and in about 5 minutes we'll be at the school I used to go to. And I'll show you both my elementary school and my high school. I don't know, you might be able to see a few snowflakes in the video. I don't know. There's a few snowflakes in the air right now. I begin to think it's never going to stop snowing. Okay, now see how the mountains are getting closer and closer and closer. Pretty neat, huh? Right here on the right-hand side, Carson, up ahead. In fact, all of this is part of where my mom used to work. It's called Shepherd's. And it was like a hotel, and people would come up here, mostly from New York City, and they would stay here. It had a pool inside, and it had a beautiful dining room, and they had really, really good food. But nowadays, there's hardly anything left. They're trying to sell it. And up here on the right-hand side, coming up, Carson, those brown buildings coming up, is a place called Balsam Shade. That's where I learned to swim. That's where I took swimming lessons when I was probably about your age. And that's where I learned to swim. So, it's funny the things you remember. You know, I grew up around here. Now we just crossed into Greenville. This is the town I went to school in. Now we're going into Greene County. You can probably see the sign.
There's the swimming pool.
Yep, there's a swimming pool on the right-hand side. And we're going to be coming up on a place that I used to work. And it used to be called Bryant's. And I'm sure Nana's going to point the video over there. And it'll say Tops. You'll see something that says Tops.
Yep, I passed you up.
Yep, I'm going about 10 miles over the speed limit, but that's not good enough. Anyway, so now we're coming into Greenville, and you can see the sign in the video probably that says Bryant's, because that's what it was called for probably 40 years, or maybe more than that. But to the right, you'll see a little sign that says Tops. If you can see that, and look at the mountains over there. Look at the mountains. You see the mountains really good over there. Yep. And we're going by a Bank of America, and we're going by a gas station. 238, and this is about 42 degrees according to our thermometer. There's a Rite Aid, there's a Family Dollar, there's a Dollar General. We're coming into Greenville now, where the speed limit's 30 miles an hour. There's a hotel that's been there for a long, long time on the right-hand side.
She didn't check that place out.
She did, I think. It was real expensive. Anyway, Carson, this is where my bus used to come. This is how I came to school. In just a minute, Nana's going to point the iPad to the right-hand side, and you'll see my old school. That used to be our whole school. That used to be our elementary school and our middle school and our high school all together. Now it's just the elementary school and the middle school. Okay, we have a separate high school. I'll show you that in just a minute. But if Nana points us to the right, just past these houses, okay, you'll see this where I went to school when I was your age. This is where I was going to school. Yep, I used to have classes right in some of those rooms that you can see. There's the buses over there. And then we've got the library. And here we've got the Greenville Pond right here on the right-hand side. And a lot of times when the weather's really good, you'll see ducks there and everything else. And they have a parade every Memorial Day that comes through here. Comes right through town with horses and everything else. This is pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to go to the high school, and that's going to be the end of our video for now. Let's get to the high school.
Good, because my arms aren't able to stay in this position much longer.
It's tough. We just went by the funeral home, Cunningham's funeral home. And I'm going to pull into the driveway for the high school. I started going here, Carson, when I was in about 10th grade or so. They didn't have this built for a long time, and then they opened it, I think in 1969 they opened it. So I was in 10th grade, if that's the case. And this is the driveway. In fact, when I was a senior, Carson, I used to drive to high school. I used to take my brother, and I used to drive to school every day. And this is our high school coming up. I'm going to go around in a circle, and that's where we're going to end the video. But this is the Greenville Central High School in Greenville, New York. It's been a long time since I've been here. But the buses used to pull right up, and they used to come around in this circle, and they used to drop us off right in front of the school. So that's where we're going to go, and now that we've arrived at school, we're going to end the video. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Love you.